I feel like it, again, I'm just puzzled. I don't quite understand why people who are, I think, very smart, immunologists or biologists, they don't seem to be directing this conversation. They seem to have sort of fallen to the camp, the cases count, like we want to stop all transmissions, which, I mean, it's fool's gold, right? If you can't eradicate this virus, which we've established you can't, I think anyone, pretty much anybody at this point is accepting that, who's paying attention. I
Animal
don't know. I mean, I don't have an
reservoirs.
explanation. I don't have an
Yeah.
explanation for why it's like this, but and
It's
I don't know if you can go
political.
back at this point.
It's political. It's political. It's political. I don't think there's any other way to say it. Like
How
there's
does
no,
that happen though? Right. I mean, how does it anti-Fauci, how does it become political? His job is not to be political.
well, okay. So I think this is what I'm just going to like spell out what I think happened.
Yeah, sure. We're all speculating anyway, right?
We're
Yeah.
speculating. I'm just going to cleanly say what I think happened. Trump and at the beginning, Boris Johnson, but he changed. And the Brazil prime minister, like certain politicians got associated with minimizing COVID. Absolutely right. So Trump seemed like he was minimizing COVID. So the impulse from public health officials, including infectious disease doctors, was to do everything we can to fight against that minimization by saying, no, the entire point in life is to stop the chains of transmission. That's what we have to do. And so got really, really profoundly political about what I mean political, like, I mean, we did it for the right reasons at the beginning, but mass distancing, ventilation, testing, contact tracing, because that's all we have. And so it was like, okay, we have to do these. And not only do we have to do these, but if anyone questions this, then and says, well, actually masks, like, I mean, they work well in like in vitro studies, but are they really working on a population level?
Right.
Does it work for an individual who's high risk to really wear something very strong and an N95, but does it really working on like putting mandates in on a population level and where people are wearing them in all sorts of ways and all sorts of masks. But anyway, it was, and we also are very simplistic in our messaging. So we just said mask. We didn't say like what kind of mask. So we just said mask. So it was 5 things. And then we got vaccines. And actually, with time, learned that we're not going to block transmission, and it's actually about disease anyway, and that it always was about disease. So we could actually be okay right now. We could be thinking we have vaccines, we're getting therapeutics, that's the way out of the pandemic. But the political aspect was these 5 strategies, mass distancing, ventilation, to contact tracing, testing, were in response to what we said, well, you're minimizing it. And people are getting stuck. They're getting stuck on old strategies. And thinking that we can block transmission, because we can put in testing, contact tracing, masking, distancing, ventilation again right now for Omicron, but we still didn't stop it. They couldn't even stop it when in places where they closed off the whole island and never let anyone see themselves, and still Delta got in. I mean, that's why Australia and New Zealand and Singapore abandoned their elimination strategies. It's just not possible. It's a highly transmissible respiratory virus.